Alright, Dungeon Stalkers. This is gonna be replacement for Dark and Darker, Dungeonborn, Legacy Steel and Sorcery, Midnight Walkers. Nobody knows, but at least it's another option for fantasy extraction games. And as you guys know, I've tried them all. My fair share. So, Dungeon Stalkers, I played this game like a year ago on their first playtest. And it was a bit janky. I gotta say the game's in a lot better stage now. Feels a lot better, UI looks better, nice and clean. And so you got solo queues and trio queues and multiple different play modes. So you start with the adventure PvE mode. You cannot PvP, there is other players but you can't fight against them, and it's safe zone, so even if you die you don't lose your stuff. But the rewards won't be great. You can still get pretty good stuff like blue items and stuff like that. Level up your hideout, level up your characters, all of that good stuff. Then there's a quick match for solos, including PvP, but it's still safe zone, so you won't lose anything even if you die. And then there's the 3-player quick match with the PvP, also safe zone. And the last one is ranked trios. There is no ranked solos, but that one is PvP and it's lawless zone, so if you die you lose everything. So a lot of people have been asking for PvE modes in a lot of the extraction games to learn their characters, learn the mechanics, how the game works and all that. And this game has it. It's the adventure mode lets you level up your characters, your hideout, your everything. Lets you get used to the game without the risk of losing all your precious items. Right, I'm gonna quickly show you guys the hideout system. So you got your stats, you can see your stats, your equipment, all of that. There's the merchants that you unlock when you level up your hideout shop. The armor merchant, weapon merchant unlocks at level 1. Level 3 unlocks enchanter, level 5 unlocks the disciple of the witch. Trade is your auction house. The higher the level, the better, I guess, the less tax you pay and more slots that you can list your items in. I would assume, I have no idea. Workshop is where you craft your items. The higher level your workshop is, the better items you can craft. And in construction is where you level up your hideout. The hideout itself, like this, determines how far you can upgrade your workshop, trade, shop and stash. So my hideout is level 2, so I can level these up, only up to level 2, not to level 3, because I need level 3 to get my workshop to level 3, for example. They take some basic items, little bit of gold, little bit of time to level up. It's not a big deal, but it's a nice little feature. I like when these kind of games have some kind of progression outside the actual gameplay. And right, I'm gonna show you the Stalkers, the playable characters. There's 9 different classes. I have access to 8 of them. I gain the last one tomorrow because it's in the login rewards. So the first one is the knight called Hilda. Easy difficulty, solid tank, little bit of jiggle here and there. Who doesn't love that? Sword and shield. As a blade slam, stuns your target or petrifies your targets briefly. 5-second cooldown, very basic. Counter attack, you activate it, somebody hits you, your character hits back. Basic shit. You're taunts nearby enemies on 10-second cooldown. Slows them for 3 seconds, so it's good for PvP as well. Increase your defense by 15 for 15 seconds, so it's a very solid skill even in PvP. Right click here is your shield block, very handy. And your ultimate, Mana Stone Blood Moon, release the power of Magic Stone, increase the attack power by 15 and defense 25 for 20 seconds. So it's a really good buff, it almost doubles your damage output. really good buff to have on, so I would recommend saving it for bosses and PvP encounters. So the appearances as well. Got Knight of Honor, got King's Guard, Wyvern Rider, and Academy uniform for this character. Then we have the archer called Urud, difficulty medium. It's a hunter. He has a foreign mercenary default skin and a steel wolf skin. Very cool, very nice. And Urud has a volley, which shoots 3 arrows in a cone. Very good tool for dealing with PvE and PvP. As long as they're like close to you and you can hit all 3 arrows to them. Low cooldown of 6 seconds. You have your Toxic Bolt, it's damage over time, poisons the target. Very nice, 5-second cooldown, so you can use it. Use it a lot, don't have to worry about wasting it. Got your hunting trap, place trap, 5-second cooldown. You can place up to 4 traps that last for 60 seconds. Targets who step on the trap get stunned. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit, so I have to clear out. Your right click is the arrow thrust. Stab with an arrow, inflict some damage. On your next basic attack, damage is increased by 50%. So that's your melee tool for clearing up PvE and breaking boxes and stuff like that. Your ultimate is Mana Stone Blast. Unleash the power of Magic Stone, causing your arrows to deal area damage for 20 seconds. The hit target has 30% chance of being burned, so you can light targets on fire and deal AoE damage when you have ultimate on. Next up we have the Mage called Knave. Very cool, very nice. And she has Atoning Wanderer skin, Wanderer of Regret, Wings of Light, and Academy uniform. All these skins are available with the blue currency that you gain from completing tasks and stuff like that. First ability is Magic Arrow. Takes about a second or 2 to conjure up 3 arrows, magic arrows above your shoulder, and you can shoot them by clicking your mouse. Deals decent damage. Projectile speed is decent enough. Also note that with this character you can pre-cast your spell, and one spell, either Magic Arrow or the Fireball, and it stays above your shoulder.
Hey, Schlimak.
Hello, Arno. So it stays pre-casted until you shoot the spell away. You can still interact with doors and chests and stuff like that. You got your Fireball. Takes a long time to cast Fireball. It takes like 3 seconds for it to be ready, but it deals AoE damage, splash damage, and it can also be like pre-casted and ready to shoot. On C you have Tempest, pushback with strong wind and deals a little bit of damage. Very good disengage in case you get pushed by PvE or some melee players, for example. Right click is your meditate, so you slowly gain your mana back. On this character, your basic attack with the staff doesn't deal a lot of damage, so it's not a great tool for other than breaking boxes. You're gonna need mana, and this helps you that you don't have to use so many mana potions. You can just meditate on while you walk. Your ultimate is Mana Stone Unleashed. Fires a beam of light that pierces enemies for 5 seconds with the power of Magic Stone. The beam deals 100% magic damage with each attack. So really high DPS skill, but very obvious, like when you start casting it, if enemy gets behind corner, nothing you can do. I really like playing this character. Next up we have the Barbarian called Baron. He's a fighter, difficulty easy, and Baron has 2 skins, Raider default skin and Stone Giant with a little bit of shoulder thingy. He uses a two-handed greatsword. And he actually has a really nice kit of abilities. I really enjoyed playing this character. He has a grappling hook, decent range. If it hits your target, you pull the target to you, and they get stunned for a moment, so you get an opening to start dealing damage immediately. Your E is a slap. Swings greatsword twice, dealing 120% physical damage. So it's like a mini spin to win. You spin around twice and hit the targets around you, AoE. Really cool. You have deeply thrust your greatsword, inflicting 120% physical damage. So it's a slight dash forward. You can destroy doors, and if you land your hit to an enemy, they get stiff for a moment, so they can't move, which makes you able to combo into another move, like a slap, for example. Right click is your parry. You can parry up 2-3 hits from PvE, for example, very handy tool for getting out of trouble. And your ultimate is Mana Stone Death Crush, slashes the greatsword, creating a 4-meter rift in front of you with 200% physical damage, and stuns the target. So it's like a slam in front of you that deals like AoE damage and stuns the targets. Really cool. Next up we have Rio, Rogue, difficulty hard. And Rio skins are Desert Starlet, default skin, Desert Silver Fox, and Academy uniform. And Rio's abilities: double thrust, stab twice with increased critical strike chance, and gain 1 combo point per hit. Now this character has a combo point mechanic, which I'll tell more about later. So you gain 1 combo point per hit that you land with your double thrust. Your E is approach. This is your movement ability, your only movement ability as a rogue, as this character. So you dash slightly forward, few steps forward, with the 4-second cooldown, and it increased the physical damage by 30% for 3 seconds. So it's a good way to dash like behind someone and then deal damage to them. Now, throw dagger. It's a range pull. You can pull monsters without pulling the whole room, finishing off targets, poking your enemy. It's alright ability. And your right click is strike down. Strike down with the dagger, dealing damage, and deals 50, 100, 150% additional damage depending on combo score. So you can have up to 3 combo points. You can gain 2 by landing a double thrust. So if you, let's say, land a double thrust to an enemy, you gain 2 points, and then you follow up with the strike down. You deal 70% physical damage and 100% additional damage depending on your combo score. And your ultimate ability, Mana Stone Sensitivity. Now this is your stealth ability. Unleash the power of Magic Stone to gain 3 combo points, gain stealth and clairvoyance effects for 15 seconds. When attacking the target from behind, a weakness is applied. So your ultimate makes you the rogue. Like, it gives you stealth, it gives you clairvoyance, ability to backstab, and it gives you a max bonus to your strike down immediately. So let's say you activate your ultimate and go around the corner to your enemy, slash them from behind with strike down, for example, with 3 combo points. You get additional 150% damage, and weakness from backstab is applied. Then you can dash through them using your approach and use your double thrust to gain 2 more combo points, and then follow up with another strike down. For example, very cool character, I like it. Next up we have Clad, the Cleric. Clad has Truth Seeker and Shield of Light skins. I really enjoyed playing with this character. He has a heal, self-heal, and you can heal allies as well. On your on E, you have your AoE magic ability, deals damage to 3 meters around you and reduces their defense by 5 for 3 seconds. Really good for AoE farming mobs or dealing damage while chasing somebody. Got Holy Light, removes damage over time effects for nearby allies and grants immunity for 6 seconds. So good way of getting rid of poison, burning, all that. And bleeds. Right click is your shield block, very basic, very good to have as a healer. And your ultimate is Mana Stone Gold, unleash the power of Magic Stone, creating a 250 HP shield for yourself and your allies for 3 seconds. Really good for absorbing a big hit from enemy. I wish it was a little longer than 3 seconds. 3 seconds feels like a little bit too short for ultimate ability, but anyways. Next up we have the we have Leon, archer. So Urud was a hunter, Leon is an archer, difficulty medium, and Leon has only one skin, 8 lotus flower, and her abilities are rapid fire, fires 4 arrows straight forward dealing some damage, and consumes the arrows. Swallow shot, steps back and fires an arrow dealing damage and consumes an arrow. So it's your kind of disengage while dealing damage. Soften, creates and fires a Lotus that slowly tracks enemies for 60 seconds. The Lotus deals light attribute physical damage and targets hit suffer 25% damage dealt reduction effect for 10 seconds. So this debuffs your enemies and deals a little bit of damage in itself. Your right click is aiming down sight, fires an arrow that deals increased physical damage while aiming increased physical damage by up to 150%. So with just clicking left click, I guess you can shoot faster. But this is more precision and you can like snipe targets, I guess, a little bit more. Your ultimate is Mana Stone Downpour. Unlocks the power of the Magic Stone, does not consume arrows for 30 seconds, reduce cooldowns by 50%. So with your ultimate on, you can spam your rapid fire and your swallow shot to your heart's content without worrying about too much about your arrows. So that's nice. Then we have the Ninja Shinobu, difficulty medium. And Shinobu has 4 skins: Flower Shadow, Flower Shade, Red Bloom Blossom, and Academy Uniform. And Shinobu, since she's a ninja and not a rogue, she does shuriken attacks and a lot of bouncing about. Whereas Ryo, as a rogue, is not very mobile, but Shinobu definitely is more mobile. With Blast Talisman, jumps backwards and deploys a detonating kunai. The detonating kunai explodes when an enemy approaches, dealing damage. So it does like a backflip, throws an explosive in front of you, deals damage. Your E is Lightning Strike, performs a diagonal flying kick, dealing damage. Can only be used while in jumping state, so you jump, you use this, you do like a backwards flip and deal damage to them and stun your enemy. Ninjutsu Swap activates Ninjutsu Swap for 7 seconds. While in the swap state, damage taken is reduced by 50%, and upon activation grants invisibility and increased movement for 3 seconds. So in case you're in a pickle, you activate this, you take less damage, and if you get hit, if you activate it again, you gain invisibility and can relocate, reposition, and continue fighting that way. Shuriken throws a shuriken dealing damage, charges when normal attacks lands or when a skill is used. Up to 3 can be charged. But this is your range poking ability, and so to recharge your shurikens, you have to hit skills or hit basic attacks to enemies. Your ultimate is Mana Stone Return. Unlocks the power of the magic stone to deflect projectile attacks from the front and block melee attacks for 7 seconds. So, really good defensive ability. For 7 seconds you can't be harmed by projectiles or melee attacks, so it's gonna be really, really good. And the last character is Renee, who is a summoner, difficulty medium. Very cool character. Very cool. I can't see her skins because I do not own her yet. But she has a summon elemental fire, summons a flame elemental, like a stationary familiar. Lasts 20 seconds and it fires flame arrows without moving and deals fire damage. You got your summon elemental cold, summons the spirit of frost that lasts 60 seconds. She summons the elemental on top of her shoulder. Spirit follows Renee and conjures ice spikes. Each ice spike deals 80% water attribute magic damage and enemies hit are slowed. Also, the elemental itself is really cute, but this tooltip is not updating, so I can't show you guys. Poison missile ignores defense and deals 30 dark damage, and enemies hit will bleed. It's basically a rend, like a rend ability. Right click is scratch. You scratch with your claws, you gain some lifesteal, 30% of the damage, you get HP back. Very nice for clearing a PvE. And your ultimate Mana Stone Red Carnival release the power of the magic stone and applies a lifesteal to all attacks of you and your allies for 20 seconds. So you gain HP back when you attack for 20 seconds. This, however, does not work for your familiars. Oh, there you can see the cold elemental. How nice and thick it is. Restores HP equal to 50% of the damage. So it doesn't work on your elemental's damage, but everything that you do or your teammates do will trigger the lifesteal. So that's all the playable characters for this game, and the skins, and a quick review of the abilities. So if you're interested in this game, it's on an open playtest for at least for another few days now, and it's planned to release somewhere this year. So highly recommend testing it out and see for yourself if you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you do, then great. You have something to look forward to now that Dark and Darker and Dungeonborn and everything else has died, you know. So give it a go and see if you like it. Also remember to subscribe on YouTube, hop over to my Kick, drop a follow. I'll be streaming every day, extraction playtests, Hunt Showdown. Next week we have Midnight Walkers, another tech test coming on that game, so make sure to follow and catch my live streams. Thank you so much.